Windows 10 time. I'm gonna try to do a RAM upgrade first, so we can get 8 gigabytes. And I'm going to be using the hard drive that's already in here, the 5400 RPM. See the 2 drive because I don't have much other stuff, and this thing isn't good enough for me to care about giving it an SSD. Probably. It worked. We're ready to install Windows 10. Alright, here we go. I was thinking about doing thermal paste on this thing, but it's a really involved process, and I'd rather know if it's even worth my time or not, so I'm not doing that right now. Interesting. We have 6 partitions. I'm going to be deleting all of those. Here we go, I guess. I got something under this key, I think. It's sticky. But it's a perfect time for a coffee break. We're at the beginning of the startup already. This keyboard does not flex a lot, which is pretty good. Most of these keys feel fine, but they feel a little bit mushy. Not better than my E6 540 keyboard, but it's decent. And we also have a bunch of extra functions up here, but might not be able to get some of those working without some drivers. I'm not sure, since we just ditched our install. Also, the green line we had on here, I don't see that at all now, so I don't know what that was about. This right click seems kind of stuck. This looks kind of compressed around the edges, doesn't it? Finally getting closer to setting this thing up. After who knows how long. Finally. I was about to make a joke about the hard drive, then this finally loaded. I guess I'm just gonna call it HP 2000. You know. Much better. I already know this is gonna take probably like at least 5 minutes. And then we're gonna do Windows updates and try to get drivers. Never seen this one before. I don't buy it though. Huh, it actually isn't. It's actually on the correct resolution, it looks like too. As they're gonna. I'm gonna get connected to the internet, get updates now. I think I did something wrong with the battery by putting it back in because it's acting like there's not one detected, so I'm gonna see if I can fix that. And this thing is not going to be very good, I imagine. I mean, we're already at 100%, and I don't even know what it's doing yet. It just updates? I don't know. That's bad. And this doesn't make any sense. It should not be that speed. It doesn't make sense. Is it double it, but not telling me? It looks like the CPU doesn't boost over its rated speed. This thing might actually be worse than that, 2011 Pentium machine I found. Just it's been on 99% the entire time so far. Huh? Oh, I missed it. There was some weird thing going on there for a second. These updates are probably gonna hammer it for an hour or something. Not what I was expecting. Yeah, it's a little bit hot in there, it looks like. Powered on more than I was expecting, but not on for that long. Interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, we dropped below 99%? Not really. Man, look how maybe not washed out. Look how weird the colors are on this thing. Why do I look like an alien? Why does this chair look green? Why does my shirt look like this instead of a gray color? We've been here so long. I haven't even done one restart for updates yet because I'm waiting for a few of them to be ready. The list is becoming shorter. I wonder if that's good. Don't say 100% if you're not actually done yet. A few drivers have installed, including our graphics driver from 2015. But we don't have everything, and I don't think some of the shortcuts work yet. I don't know, what is this, brightness? Yeah, nothing happens yet. I think after 4 hours or something, maybe just 3, 4, yeah, something like that. I finally got all the Windows updates done, so the CPU wasn't at 100% the whole time. And I found out a couple things, like the battery. I did get it back connected, but it doesn't charge, so it's worthless. And I'm going to be trying YouTube on here and, like, do a twist, I guess. But I'm not going to install Steam or anything, because this thing's just probably not going to play anything in the first place. And small random side note, I actually got a second stick of RAM working in this laptop. I just apparently was putting it in the wrong way somehow. Because, like, this thing and this thing both have, like, RAM slots that are really hard to put RAM in the second slot for whatever reason. Oh, yeah, see, 100%, and we're just opening a basic tab. I'm still missing some drivers on here, but I'm having a hard time finding them since HP does not have them on their website anymore. And since there's AMD and Intel versions of this laptop, I'm having a hard time figuring out which ones are which. So I'm just not going to have some drivers, like the sound drivers or whatever, like the regular ones. So we're just going to have the Windows ones. And we're missing some other stuff too, I imagine. Like before, like you'd be able to press that twice and it'll like stop the touchpad from working. And that doesn't happen anymore because I don't have the drivers. Maybe I'll get those in the future. Alright, let's try a YouTube video in 1080p. Even though this is a 1366 by 768p screen. We'll just see what happens eventually. It decides to load stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna have it on 720p, and let's see how that goes. Not very good. Let me bump that down to 480. It wouldn't let me do 480, just but 360 apparently. It still kind of looks bad. Yeah, this thing's still struggling. At 360p, where that stuff up there is not even loading properly, and it's still dropping some frames, so. If you're desperate, this will do YouTube, I guess, but not advisable. So, I guess it's this drive testing time. Hello. Alright. It probably will play this game, but I wonder if it will have the 3D effects or not. As you might be able to hear, the disc is spinning up. Alright, that's installed. Didn't take that long. I also realized these buttons do work on the keyboard. And we're going to launch this at max volume using Microsoft's audio drivers instead of whatever the actual ones are, because I don't know what drivers those are and where to get them yet. Okay. Alright, these speakers do not sound as loud as my E6540 over there. It does look like it's running at the correct resolution. It is still kind of loud. Well, that's perfect. It does work because it's old enough. Although the resolution's a little bit stretched because that's just how it is. Oh, jeez. These seems to be running fine. I wonder why the click does not do anything in this game right now. Unless it's just for the tutorial. I don't know if that sounded weird. This doesn't seem very loud. This seems okay, I guess. This was like a budget laptop back when this was new, I believe. Just like a cheap 15-inch. I guess it was just a bug with, maybe not a bug, but like now clicking works, which I don't understand. Enough of that. It does unfortunately seem like this laptop is pretty much just e-waste anymore, and I don't really know if I can use this for a whole lot. But I'm gonna just also install like a couple other programs to like show some more information about it. There's stuff. You want to see that? There are 2012 BIOS for some reason. PCI Express 1. And this RAM stuff is actually like 1600 megahertz sticks, but not in this laptop, unfortunately. So, there we go. That's just going to be the end of this video. The terrible HP laptop. HP 2000 notebook. Thanks for watching the video.